Good day, viewers. Today I will be highlighting the family values as seen in one of the episodes or Upakathas of Mahabharata. Many of you may be familiar with the name Bakasura. He is a demon who was also a glutton, hogging on men, animals, and all types of foods. Some of you in Bangalore may also recall Bakasura in a different context. Bakasura is a name of a restaurant in Bangalore, fortunately or unfortunately. Anyways, to have a quick recall of this demon named Bakasura, the story goes on that this demon or Rakshasa was so powerful that an entire town named Ekachakrapura was under his complete control, meaning he ruled over that. When Bakasura first entered Ekachakrapura, he created havoc in the town by eating many men and cattle. The people there were unable to contain him, and there was no powerful man or men who could take Bakasura down. When Bakasura's looting and torture became unbearable, the people in the town went in unison to him and made him see the reason in the sense of his gluttony. They reasoned with him that if he continues to eat people and cattle as the way he is doing, in a few months' time, there would be nobody. So, for Bakasura's own interest, they suggested, that is, the people suggested that each house in the town, by turns, that is, one after the other, they themselves, that is, the people themselves, will send the food to Bakasura. And what is that food? They agreed that every day a cartload of food consisting of cooked rice, wheat, vegetables, fruits, meat, both raw and cooked meat. So, to take that cart, there will be two cattle heads also, which can be eaten by Bakasura. So, in other words, each day Bakasura's food will consist of one cartload of food, two cattle heads, and one human beings. Bakasura also agreed for this condition, saying that he will just remain in the caves on the outskirts of Ekachakrapura and henceforth will not come and disturb the population or disturb the people in the town. So Bakasura was happy, people were happy, but at the cost of losing one person, two cattle heads, and one cartload of food every day from each house in turns. It so happened one day it was the turn of a brahmin's house to send food to Bakasura. The conversation and the dilemma faced by the family, as narrated in the Mahabharata, is something that has to be known and understood by every family member in the present times. The attitude or the sacrificial attitude of each member of the family, of that Brahmin family, is something unheard of. It puts them on the highest pedestal of humanity. It also shows how we as humans have degraded our thinking and our outlook on life and living throughout the centuries. Throughout, there has been a degradation in our thinking and our attitude about life and living. The family consisted of a husband, a wife, a daughter of marriageable age, and a small boy of, say, something like 5 to 6 years. The conversation between them goes on like this. Remember, there are so many things or so many lessons which we can learn from this conversation between these family members. First, the husband says, "Alas, today is our turn to send food to Bakasura. While sending food and cattle head is not a problem for me, the issue is who amongst us four has to go, because the person who goes there will not return. He will become the meal of Bakasura. Obviously, I, as head of family, has to go and become food for Bakasura today." While on this, when I reflect on my life of yesteryears, I now feel why at all I married. When I was unmarried, I thought, what is the use of a single life? I needed happiness then and hence married. Did I find happiness in marriage? Yes, till now. But now I have to leave my wife, my daughter, and my son and enter into the jaws of death. Had I been alone, the sorrow would have been lesser to a very great extent. If I had not married, today I would not be facing this situation and this sorrow. But then, would I have been happy if I was single? I do not know. Because happiness, I think, is an elusive thing. Being married or unmarried, the situation now is very sorrowful and pathetic for our family. He further laments that now, if I have to leave my wife alone, my daughter and son without a father, why at all did I marry and beget these children only to leave them now when they are so young? I cannot send you, oh my wife. I have vowed to protect you at the marriage rites. Not only because of that vow, you have been a good wife to me. How can I send you? You have sacrificed as a wife your happiness and comfort just to raise my kids and look after me. During marriage, Brahmins have also blessed you. Dashaputravati Bhava, meaning you beget 10 sons. After 10 sons, the 11th son or the 11th person is myself, that is your husband. Now you have not only looked after my kids so far, but you have also looked after me very well. You, oh my wife, are a gift from heaven because God is witness to our sacred marriage and I have vowed to protect you during marriage rites. When the priest chanted, Mangalyam Tantunanena Mama Jivana Hetuna, it is my duty that by tying the sacred thread around your neck, I have vowed to protect you for a long life as myself. Having taken that vow, how can I send you to Bakasura, which will end your life? Moreover, as a daughter, you left your parents' house and came to my home as a wife, trusting that I will take care of you. Now, when you have placed that trust in me, how can I send you to death? Because as a woman, protection from men is always needed. As daughters, fathers will protect you. As wives, husbands will protect you. And in later age or in old age, sons are expected to protect their mothers. So I cannot send you at all. I have to go myself. Next, oh my daughter, I cannot send you also because you do not belong to me at all. Though you are my daughter, though you are a boon from heaven, you are here only for keepsake, meaning God has given me to look after you and enjoy your company till your marriage. That's all. You rightfully belong to your husband. I am only keeping you in trust. Since you are not mine, how can I send you to Bakasura, which will end your life? And you are as important to me as a son because Shastra says Pitrus will attain final salvation only when they see Dauhitra. Dauhitra is daughter's son. In this regard, the viewers may know the importance of Dauhitra in one of my videos entitled Spiritual Nourishment for Body, Mind and Soul. The link is in the description. Please have a look. The husband further says, the Pitrus attain salvation even if the daughter's son, that is your son, just attends the Shraddha ceremony. If I send you, oh daughter, then where is the question of you begetting a son? So I cannot send you, oh my daughter, I have to go myself. My young son, I cannot send him because he was born after our prayers to God. When God acknowledged our prayers, and given us a son, is it right on my part to send him to death? What was given to me as a gift? If I send my son, then who will do the Pitrukaryas to me and my forefathers? It is said, Pitrukaryas are never to be missed. You may miss a puja to a god, but you should never miss Pitrukaryas. When such is the case, how can I send my son to death? So, O family, I myself will go to Bakasura and offer my body as his meal. At this juncture, the wife, the crying wife says, "Oh husband, what are you talking? What you are talking is not right at all. Any day, any married woman's highest desire is to die as a Sumangali or a Saubhagyavati. If you go to Bakasura, my life's most cherished desire to die as a Sumangali will not come to pass. I will die a widow. But today, if I go to Bakasura and die, I die as a Sumangali. And nothing is more satisfying than dying when you are alive. Oh husband, of what use is a wife like myself or children if they are not of help to you in times of distress? And these are times of great distress. And it will be my fortune to be of help to you in this way. If I sacrifice my life in this situation, not only will I be at peace, but I will have the mental relief that you are there to look after my children, my son and daughter. Do you think if you go to Bakasura, how can I find a good and noble husband to our daughter? Whom should I seek help from? Having a grown up daughter in house, she will be left to the mercy of high and mighty, wicked and lusty people who will eye her and also me when they see there is no man to protect we two. Is it not fair that I should die and you should live to give a life to our daughter and son? When men see women without protection, they fight like rabid dogs in the street to have a claim on us. Moreover, what about our son? While I agree that a mother is the first teacher, my job is done already because he is already 5 6 years. Whatever I had to teach, I have already taught him. Now he has to be put into a good Gurukula and taken care of by father and gurus. Do you think I can handle him? When fathers are not there, you know, in the world, grown up or teenage sons will never listen to their mothers. So you will do me a great favor, O husband, and to our family if I go to death today. O husband, another aspect also needs to be factored or considered. I have heard that demons and rakshasas, though they are cruel, they are knowledgeable about Dharma Shastras because they would have known what is Dharma while doing tapas to get boons from the gods. Who knows? Bakasura, seeing me as a woman, he may not eat me at all and send me back home. At least there is a ray of hope that I may come back. Whereas if you go, it is certain that Bakasura will eat you and you can never come back. So allow me to go. At this juncture, daughter offers herself and she says, I will go to Bakasura and be his food today, oh parents. Anyways, I have to leave the house in a few months' time because once I get married, I will have to go out of this house and live with my husband. As with all other parents, you will also be sorrowful at the time of sending me to my husband's house. Instead of facing that sorrow few months or a few years from now when I get married, better you face that partition of your daughter now itself so that I will go to Bakasura. As it is, you have to lose me. Lose now itself instead of at the time of marriage. Lose me now itself. I will go and be of help. Moreover, O Father, if you go, we become orphans. And as Mother says, evil eyes will torment us day and night. And most importantly, O Father, if you or Mother go and become food of Bakasura, I cannot get another father or mother. But if I die, you can get another child or daughter. While father and mother are irreplaceable, a daughter lost can be found again by the birth of another daughter. So please consider and permit me, I will go and meet my death. During all this intense conversation, there were tears in the eyes of husband, wife, daughter. All of them were in a state of shock and indecisiveness because somebody has to go. The young boy, that is the son of that brahmin couple, took a blade of grass which was lying on the floor and said in full gusto, Father, oh, send me, I will kill Rakshasa or Bakasura with this blade of grass as my weapon. At this point of time, it is said Kunti, the mother of Pandavas, who heard all this conversation from the doorway, entered the house of that Brahmin and said she would be willing to send her son Bhima to Bakasura. The Brahmin will protest. See this. The Brahmin will protest, saying that he does not want to incur the sin of Bhima's death. However, Kunti convinces the Brahmin's family that Bhima is more powerful than Bakasura. And after a lot of persuasion and convincing, finally the family agrees that Kunti can send Bhima. Now Kunti goes back to her sons and she sends Bhima to Bakasura's cave, and there a great battle ensues between them, and finally Bakasura meets his end and the town is freed from the torments of that Rakshasa. What we need to understand here is the greatness or the thinking or the attitude of each member of the family in offering themselves to die for the overall benefit or overall wellness of that family. This is an amazing piece of lesson which we need to learn from Mahabharata. Today's society, unfortunately, as I said in the beginning, is so much depraved, and we are so selfish. We are forget about sacrificing life. We are not even willing to sacrifice some money or even an ice cream or an eatable to the benefit of somebody else. This is Kali Yoga. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Om Tat Sat.